to look like Bria Hartley just got instant karma, bro. She out for the season. I'm here to tell you the most dirtiest player in the WNBA contract has been written, bro. And I'm here to tell you she's out for the season. Yes, you heard me correctly. Yeah, man, Bria Hartley. So Connecticut PR has released a statement. Bria Hartley is to miss the remainder of the season.
Did Bria Hartley just deliver the dirtiest hit of the WNBA season and then instantly get hit with karma herself? Fans are outraged after Sophie Cunningham was taken out with a torn MCL in a collision that looked anything but innocent. To make matters worse, new footage shows Hartley smirking right after Sophie went down, fueling suspicions it was no accident. But here's where things take a shocking twist. The same player accused of a dirty hit is now out for the season herself. And the timing couldn't be more ironic. Was this just coincidence or the basketball gods serving some instant karma? If you support Sophie, then let's wish her a speedy recovery down in the comments below. Let's go. This picture is going viral with Bria Hartley with the sinister grin, right? This malevolent look that's on her face right now, clearly smiling after injuring Sophie Cunningham. The play itself didn't look clean from the start. Sophie Cunningham took the brunt of the contact, fell straight to the floor, and immediately reached for her knee. She didn't even try to get up. Trainers rushed over, teammates gathered around, and the mood inside the arena turned heavy. Instead of the usual bounce-back moment you expect from a hard fall, Sophie had no choice but to head straight to the locker room. Her reaction told you everything. That pain was different, and everyone watching knew it. Is the play that just occurred. That's like she tries to slide over right there, and Hartley just kind of falls and makes collision with that lower leg. You see her immediately grab it, and she went down hard and was clearly in a lot of pain. But what kept people talking wasn't just the injury. It was the image that came out right after. With Sophie still down on the hardwood, cameras caught Bria Hartley with a smirk on her face. Call it a grin, a laugh, or whatever softer word you want, but fans saw one thing. A player appearing to enjoy the moment right after an opponent hit the deck, clutching her knee. That frame spread across social media in minutes. And suddenly, it wasn't just about the hit on Sophie. It was about intent. Oh, and Cunningham is down. My goodness. Okay, time out. In a scary moment, as we went to commercial, Sophie Cunningham hit the floor hard, and she is being helped off the floor heading back to the locker room. The accusation was simple. That's not how someone reacts if it's an accident. Fans argued the smile said more than any press release ever could. And once that photo made its rounds, it didn't matter if Hartley meant it or not. The perception stuck. Even when Sophie herself tried to calm things down by saying she was just in the wrong spot, it barely slowed the outrage. Fans weren't buying it because the photo didn't match her words. People could accept basketball being physical. What they couldn't accept was someone appearing pleased with another player's injury. Sophie Cunningham, let's be clear here. Sophie Cunningham was targeted. Let's be very, very clear here. But Sophie Cunningham was flat out targeted by a dirty player. And this wasn't Hartley's first time facing that kind of criticism. That's what made the reaction so severe. The smirk hit harder because the league and its fans had already noticed Hartley's flare-ups and physical confrontations before. So instead of being shrugged off as a one-off bad look, the photo became Exhibit A in a growing case against her. It didn't take long for commentators and writers to start labeling it the dirtiest play of the season. Headlines ran with outrage. Fans flooded comment sections demanding accountability, and the referees drew heavy fire for swallowing their whistles. Instead of protecting Sophie, officials once again looked soft on enforcing safety. Make no mistake, the fury wasn't just aimed at Hartley. It was pointed at a league that punishes players for criticizing refs faster than it punishes reckless contact, making all kind of excuses to say that Bria Hartley is not a dirty player. Let me tell y'all something, man. Come on in here. Come on in here, man. Let me tell y'all something. If it quacks like a duck, walks like a duck, eats like a duck, it's a duck, man. Come on, man. She is the dirtiest player in the WNBA right now. Winning the trophy. All right, winning the trophy for it. Don't sit here and try to tell me Bria Hartley is not a dirty player. By the end of the week, the conversation wasn't about one game. It was about credibility. It was about whether the WNBA would step in and send a message or do nothing again. Either way, Hartley's smirk had locked in her reputation in the eyes of fans because that snapshot told a story they already believed. And the disturbing part, this wasn't new territory for her. Was Sophie Cunningham just another name on a growing list of opponents left frustrated by Bria Hartley's reckless style? That's the question fans were asking the second her collision with Sophie went viral. Because while some people might want to chalk it up as one bad play, the receipts on Hartley run long this season. And they don't paint her as an unlucky victim of circumstance. They paint her as someone who keeps finding herself in these low-light moments. Atkins 7 to shoot. Cardoso rolls catch. Cardoso over the top. Can't get it. Reese fights for the rebound and a foul. And this time gets a little chippy and a shove on Nelson Adota. And listen, this arena typically will see some ringside fights at. Take the dust up with Angel Ree earlier in the year. It wasn't just typical post play. Fans called out Hartley for grabbing Reese's hair in the middle of a rebound battle. You don't confuse a swipe for a fistful of braids, and Reese's reaction showed how blatant it looked. That clip circulated fast, and by the time everyone added it to Hartley's reputation file, she already had another incident waiting. Rebecca Allen became the next name attached to her after she caught a shove that had fans again pointing fingers. None of those moments got major punishment, but when you stack them up together, it's easy to see how people started building the case that Sophie Cunningham was never going to be the last. So Mike put this up about an hour ago. He said to all of those defending Bria Hartley, "Look at what she liked on Instagram. Emo. She's the dirtiest player in the league and should be kicked out." Most recently, Sophie Cunningham has been hurt with the knee tear and is out for the season. Look at this. Look at this. Now, Bria is the definition of consistency. Now, this is her liking this. This is her liking this post. Y'all see that? Breezy1414 and others. Bria is the definition. She's liking this post. Look at this. Death taxes and Bria Hartley always being at the scene of the crime. Now that's her choke slam at Angel Reese. And this is where it hit the boiling point. Fans weren't seeing isolated accidents anymore. They were seeing a pattern. And patterns changed the story. By the time Sophie was down clutching her knee, Hartley's leftovers were already scattered through the season. That made it nearly impossible for anyone to believe the smirk was just a bad look caught at a bad time. People remembered the Reese hair pull, the contact with Allen,